Yo, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the Minnesota Twins game review. What a great game that was. I actually was at work for most of it, so I didn't get to see it today, but what a great game. I've watched all the highlights, and now I'm ready to give my review of the game. So, what a great game it was. Obviously, the score doesn't fully indicate how great the game was, but you know who the best team in baseball is? The Minnesota Twins. You know who the first team in the major leagues is to reach 40 games in the win column? The Minnesota Twins. You know who the first team in the Minnesota Twins history is the fastest to 40 games? That's right, this team this year. I mean, I can't tell you how good this team is. I mean, I don't have words to describe how good this team is, but they are absolutely fantastic. Let's put it that way. Odorizzi, a great game. Oh my gosh, is he amazing. My goodness. If this guy is not, if he stays healthy the entire year, this guy's an all-star, 100%. This guy is a Cy Young Award winner. That's how good he has been pitching in the month of May, how good he has done here in his first start in June. Back against his old team, my goodness, this is awesome. So let's go through it. Box score. We scored first. We scored over 6 runs. We scored above 10 hits. I think that's a new stat that we should look at. We scored 12 hits, 9 runs. We made an error. Who really cares about that? I mean, we make an error the last, like, once a game or so in the last week. I don't think anybody really cares because we scored 12 hits and 9 runs. But they scored 7 runs on 9 hits, and they made 2 errors. They also got to our bullpen, so that's why the game is a little bit closer. They scored 5 runs in the 7th, 2 in the 8th. We answered with 2 in the 8th. Otherwise, it could have been 7-7 game. But we also scored first often and early. So let's go to the pitching and really show you how good Odorizzi was. I mean, when was the last time Odorizzi had a bad start? Can I click on his name? Does it tell me? This is ESPN. Let's just go through his last 7 games. Last 7 games, he is 6-0 with a, what is that? I don't have my glasses on. .65 ERA. 7 games, 6 of them were wins. Obviously, he got kind of screwed. Oh, geez, I can't even remember who he got screwed against. Oh, it was the Angels. There you go. In LA. That was the game that Rogers gave up a hit. That's what that was. So in his last 7 games, 6-0. He's gotten 42 innings pitched, 23 hits, only 3 earned runs, 47 strikeouts to 11 walks, a whip of .8. Incredible. He's got 12 starts this season. He's 8-2. The 2 losses were the first 2 games of the season. Don't quote me on that, actually. That's not true. They were back-to-back losses, though, with Philly and the Mets, I believe. I think that's... Geez, again, I don't have it in front of me right now, but I'm trying here, guys. I'm trying here. But Odorizzi absolutely is crushing it. And he added to that today with 6 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts. Not a single person crossed the plate in his 6 innings of work. Then we gave up a lot of runs here. McGill came in. You remember that I posted that video about the best pitchers and the worst pitchers. Obviously, he was top 3 or 4 in that video. Not doing so great today, but, you know, it's a fluke. It happens. Every reliever gets beat up once or twice. His ERA did sky up to 3.86. He gave up 4 hits, 5 runs. 4 of them were earned with 1 strikeout and 1 walk in 2 outs that he got, I guess. Harper came in, gave up a hit. That was it for him. And then Parker came in, and he didn't have the greatest outing. He went 1 and 1 out, 1 1/3 innings, gave up a hit, 2 earned runs on a walk and 2 strikeouts. And then Rogers came and shut it down in the 9th. He was very solid, struck out the side, in fact, in the 9th. So, very good day for him. Is there any more that I could talk about the stat-wise before we get into the amazing hitters? We have scored 3 runs in 26 consecutive games, which extends the single-season franchise record. I forgot to mention that in yesterday's video. 24 games, tied it. 25 games, beat it. And now 26 is just going to extend to our lead of 3 games scoring. Again, the only time in the month of May that we did not score 3 runs was against the Yankees in a rained-out game. So that's, you can't even really count that. And then before that, it was against Houston. So we are winning games, and we are scoring a lot of runs. Is there anything else? The AL leader, Buxton, he had his 20th double of the season. I don't know what else to tell you. That's a new career high. And it is, what, June 2nd? There you go. Anything else? Garver's back. That's fantastic. We beat the Rays, a very good team. The Rays now fall to 35-22. Unfortunately, they fall behind the Yankees, who beat up on Boston last night. And they're losing right now, but you know what I'm saying is that, unfortunately, Tampa Bay is not winning the division, and that means the Yankees are, and we don't want to play them ever if we don't have to. But it's still early in the season. So 40-18, the first team to 40 wins. Also, before I get back into the stats, the White Sox won today, furthering our lead in the division because we won. And since they are tied, or I guess Cleveland won last night, so we're one game ahead. Now that puts them back to even, I guess. But the White Sox won today, so it extends our lead. That's even better. I think, what are we? Oh, geez. Are we 12 games up now? 11 and a half, I think. Awesome. That's so awesome. So let's talk about hitting. We had an awesome day at the plate. Almost everybody was productive again in some way, except for one person. Usually that's what happens. But Kepler was out of the lineup today. So Garver got to come back and be the leadoff hitter. Went 1 for 4 with an RBI and a run. His average, 325, again, because he was off on vacation, right? With, healing with his sprained ankle, but he looks good. Still with the OPS above 1,000. Polanco went 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs and a run. Astudillo 0 for 4. I'm not feeling him anymore, man. I love the guy, but like he's just not, especially not for the 3-hole. I just don't know if that's the right spot for him. But then Rosario 0 for 3 as well, but he scored a run on his walk. He struck out once, still being productive. Crone hit a base clearing 3-run, base clearing 3-run, bases loaded double. He went 2 for 4 today, did not score himself, but got 3 RBIs. Gonzalez 1 for 4 with a run. Sano, how about Sano having himself a day? I mean, he's due, and he got it. He is now batting .260, believe it or not, and he still struck out, or he did not strike out twice. Sorry, that was Schoop, but he did not strike out today. That was awesome. He walked once as well, 3 for 3 with an RBI double, and then came around to score. Schoop hit a 2-run home run. He was the only guy to hit a home run today. Good for him to join the party. I think he's at 10, could be at 11. I think he's at 11, actually. Good for him. Oh, it says that right there. He's got 11. So awesome job for him. And 2 RBIs and 1 run. And then Buxton, he had a day. Buxton had a day, 2 for 4. He did not have any RBIs, but scored 2 runs, including one that was a bunt from, I believe it was Polanco, and he was safe at home. That was awesome. And then, of course, you can't forget the play he made in center field. Robbing, not a home run. He ran back, hit the wall. Good, he's okay. Came up firing with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball and doubled off, I believe it was Meadows. Can't remember. I think it was Meadows. And got the 8-3 double play. Does it tell me anywhere? I can't remember. Zanine, double second. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It wasn't Meadows. I'm seeing now. But what a great play by him. I mean, not saying that he's the only center fielder to make that catch, but what a job by him. I mean, he's the only guy that's going to go head first, back first, into the wall and try to make that catch and then have the strength of the arm to throw a dot right to Crone. I think it one-hopped him as well. A great job for him. And Odorizzi proves to 8-2. We beat a couple of good bullpens. Rogers got his 5th save. I mean, we really had a good day. It started in the 3rd inning, like I mentioned. Buxton hit his double, or Sano hit a single, and then Buxton hit a double. Miguel Sano went to 3rd, and then Mitch Garver came up and got an RBI. Buxton went to 3rd, and then Polanco hit a sac fly, and that was all. And of course, we scored a couple more times, but that started it off, and we never really looked back, even by giving up 7 runs with our bullpen. You know, we outscored them today, and you're gonna have slugfests like this sometimes, but it worked, right? I mean, I don't think anybody's really complaining, especially since we got our 40th win of the season, and everybody seemed to have a good day. So again, you're going to have games like this, and nobody's complaining because we won. Obviously, if we would have lost, there would have been some tensions, especially by the way we played. But I don't think anybody's really complaining. Everybody made a good play. Everybody was involved. and did their job today. So a great video or a great game by them. And I guess we take a day off and go to Cleveland. We take a series win. So again, 8 consecutive series where we have swept, won 3 games, whatever. We have not lost, I guess, is the better way to put it. We've either split or won. So great job beating up on a good team. And now we go to Cleveland, put them back a little bit farther in the division. That's the goal, and hopefully we'll be able to do that. So that's all I got for you today. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys thought of the game. I'm sure it was a great game. Like I said, it was at work, but seemed like a good game, and we won. So Twins win, baby. That's right. So that's all I got for you today. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow.